Notice anything different? Yeah, the yard is empty. Well, let's see. I'm working on making the more electrically conductive track connections between sections of track right now. And it's working out okay from what I can tell. I haven't tested it out yet. Before this video is over, we will have tested each one of these tracks. Don't worry about that. But yeah, we will test these tracks to make sure they are in operating order. And I don't think I'm going to go beyond the switches today. Now I have connected track number 3 to this switch here. I'm going to have to do some work on this switch right here. That little piece of third rail track there had broken off, got ruined and broken off. So what I've got there is a piece of solid code 148 rail. It's not quite enough to hold, so I'm going to have to put, probably another piece of solid rail on top of it or something. Anyway, I'm going to have to do something to get it to line up, to get it to work. I'm getting ready to do these two right here. What I do is I grind away some of this black stuff and rust and shit right in here on the web of the rail, and then I'll put a little Tix flux on it and prime it with solder, and then I'll come in with strips, just like you see here. And those brass strips will be what actually holds the connection together. When I got this first batch of Gargraves track, there wasn't very many track pins with it, so I didn't really have anything to line the track up with, so I went and got me some 19 gauge wire here, steel wire, and that's what I've been lining the track up with all along as I've worked on the Gargraves, and it lines it up pretty good. I mean, this doesn't look too good right now, but it'll look fine once it's painted. This one here, this looks fine. You can see it will line it up, and that's all I'm using it for. I'm not using it to ensure an electrical connection. I think that would be kind of dumb. You shouldn't even be using track pins to ensure an electrical connection, not on a permanent installation. It's fine if you're just setting the track down, like your fast track. Yeah, then you can depend on those little connectors for that, and you're just going to run it around the Christmas tree. That's one thing. But when it comes to, a more I hate to say permanent installation, because, you know, what model railroad has ever been truly permanent? Eventually you're going to move, or you're going to die, or something, you know, something going to come up. You're going to get out of there. And the layout's going to either go with you, or you're going to sell everything off and just be done with it. But I'd say on a more long-term installation like this, yeah, you want to make sure that you've got some electrical connections there that are going to work. So let me work on this a little bit more, and I shall be back. Okay. Up to track number 3. We're testing track number 3. Let's see how she goes, shall we? Well, that track is working. Okay. Well, let's switch it over to the next track, shall we? That's looking pretty darn good. Alrighty. I'm going to turn it around on the next track. Alrighty. Now, I doubt seriously I have any juice over there, so. Alright. Now, let's give her a go. Uh-oh. What do we got here? Okay. Okay, we got a little bit of an issue down there. And that issue is right there, isn't it? Okay. Might just be a little dirt. Might be a bad ground. It could be something, but we know the track is working this far up. Usually I don't think I'm going to have any engines go that far back anyway, but I'll have to work on that a little bit, because just in case I do have an engine have to go back that far in the yard. Now it's time to check the other track. So let us take a look here. A look-see and see what we got. I hope my test leads are long enough to reach over there. They should. Maybe. Alright. Oops. Okay, we will see though. Really? Alright. Now we might reach it. Alright. Now, let's see if we're on. And the camera's still rolling, so. It's trying to go. Oh, there it goes. We got a little dirt in there. And got some dirt down there. Got dirt and rust down there. Oh! Ah! Alrighty. Well, we got to see the yard tracks work a little bit today. Yeah, I'd say I got dirt in there somewhere. Okay, let me work on that a little bit. Okay, on track 1 there, it turned out to be some rust and dust and stuff that was back here. Because as you can see, plainly, now, hopefully, if I can get this thing set down here. My little steamer goes all the way back. That's a nice little runner there. Too bad it doesn't have a lot of added on detail, but it's a neat little 040. It's got a full valve gear on it. And it's quiet as can be. Alright, now remember we had a little problem with the number 2 track. So, I'm going to move over again to number 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's on. Alrighty. Move over here now. Got to move the connections over to here too. Let me get my neutral hooked up. And let us yep, that was the problem there too. So now, as you can see, I've got all 3 yard tracks workable. Now, does this mean that I'm going to be able to use the yard anytime soon? Not really. But I do have it workable. So, like I said, and with Gargrave's track, you know, you'll find Gargrave's track at a lot of different train shows. It's expensive. It's high dollar stuff to pick up. A lot of the time, I got lucky in that last show. Let's see here. We're gonna have to smooth this down a little bit here because we got a little bit of a bump there. But all the rest of the track seems to work fine. Basically, all I did to get all this working back here was just sanded it all down on the rail heads. This is just templated track there, and it's nice and rusty. And since that end was kind of boogered up, I figured, okay, we'll just use that as a yard track. That'll work. Like I said, it's not likely that locomotives will actually come back this far in the yard. They could. And of course, I want to have it powered up for when they do. For those moments they have to come back and maybe pull a single car out from way back here or something of that nature. Not that I actually do any real operation, but it's great to see that is all that my yard tracks, the yard tracks themselves. I have not worked on the switches yet. Not much anyway. I'll be looking to possibly work on those very soon. Another thing that needs to be done here is this piece of track here is just too curved. And what I want to do is straighten it out and run it up to what will be the number 2 switch off the main line there. The number 1 switch there will be for the passing siding that will come along right up in here. Which that will definitely work for me. I guess maybe I ought to get that kind of... I wonder if that if that leg rotted back there and just collapsed a little bit. No, not really. It's standing strong. The wood is still good back there, so... Maybe it was always like that. Maybe it was like that by design. But I'll try to get that little bit of plywood there shimmed up if I can find all the screws to it. If I can't, may just go over it with another sheet of plywood and lift this up. Put a little lift over here. But we're getting a little bit further along here with the railroad, and I'm happy to be getting the yard tracks actually operational. Now to get the switches operational, and I don't think I'm going to do that today. Looks like we got rain coming in. Yeah, don't that figure, right? Yeah, that's the way life goes. Oh well. Until next time, I'm going to wish you happy railroading. Like I said, now we do have, if you like my content, go ahead and do subscribe. That gets in the YouTube algorithm, and it pushes me up further on the promotional charts there, on the promotional pages, and I get a little bit more. And I've noticed some of my videos actually moving up that way lately, which is really a great thing. I love seeing that, because that means people are actually watching my videos. I was very pleased with the more railroad buildings video so far. That one's gotten a pretty good response. It doesn't have, I don't get the kind of response that Eric's trains or Chris's trains and things, or Norm Charbonneau's Norm's trains. I don't get that kind of response yet, but I'm aiming for it. And so please subscribe and share. And if you hit that little bell, the notifications will tell you, you'll be the first to know about any of my great ideas, my bright ideas that come up. So until next time, happy railroading.